Today, we're tackling a major topic in Section F, Business Intelligence, or BI. Now, if you've been looking at sample CMA questions, you probably already know the exam loves testing how accounting shifts from simply looking at the past, hindsight, to driving the future, insight. BI is the exact engine driving that shift, and we're going to master it together right now.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. Introduction to Business Intelligence. 2. The 4-step BI pipeline. 3. The levels of analytics. 4. Controls and common exam traps. And 5. CMA practice question walkthrough.
Section 1. Introduction to Business Intelligence. So I want to clear something up right off the bat before we look at this comparison. BI on your exam, it's not about writing code or being a software developer. It is fundamentally about decision support. Just look at this contrast. In the old days, management accountants spent like 80% of their time just gathering data from messy spreadsheets and only 20% actually analyzing it. Modern BI flips that ratio entirely. BI isn't just a fancy software tool. It's a systematic process of gathering, processing, and presenting data so leaders can make informed decisions fast. And hey, huge exam alert for you here. The ICMA tests BI as an integrated organizational system. You always have to evaluate BI through the lens of decision support, data governance, and internal controls. Keep that framework front and center in your mind.
Section 2. The 4-step BI pipeline.
We really need to understand the exact mechanics of BI and the journey our data takes before it ever lands on a CFO's desk. You'll want to memorize these 4 primary stages. First up, we have data sources. That's your raw input, like financial transactions from an ERP system or maybe external market data. Second is the ETL process. Extract, transform, load. Third is the data warehouse, which is for storage. And fourth is analytics, your output, like a dashboard. To make this stick, think of the ETL step like cooking a meal. First, you extract by pulling ingredients out of the fridge. Then, you transform by washing, chopping, and measuring those ingredients, just like cleaning and standardizing data. Finally, you load by throwing everything into the cooking pot so it's ready to serve.
In that cooking pot from our analogy, that is the data warehouse, or maybe a smaller data mart. Notice that this is a centralized repository, but here's the critical distinction for your exam. A data warehouse is optimized for fast querying and analysis, known as OLAP, rather than daily, routine transactional processing, which is known as OLTP. Basically, it's built for the speed of analysis, not for recording every single daily sale the second it happens. Section 3. The levels of analytics. A classic exam question asks exactly where business intelligence lives within the broader world of data analytics. Let's move to 3 and see how this builds, because I absolutely love this matrix. It breaks everything down so logically. So there are 4 levels of analytics. First is descriptive, answering what happened. Think historical reports. This is core BI. Next is diagnostic, answering why did it happen, like drilling down into a variance, also core BI. Then we move into the advanced analytics stuff. Predictive, which asks what will happen, using forecasting models. And prescriptive, asking what should we do, using optimization algorithms. The exam wants you to know exactly where BI stops and advanced analytics begins.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how visually clear the restriction is. Traditional BI operates almost exclusively in those first 2 realms. It's split between telling us that sales dropped 12%, which is descriptive, and letting us drill down to see that, oh, a supply chain disruption actually caused it, which is diagnostic. It does not predict the future for you. It tells you exactly what is happening and why, right now.
Section 4. Controls and common exam traps. Okay, as your teacher, I want to be very protective of you here. The examiners absolutely love to try and trick candidates on this topic, so let's put our auditor hats on for a second. Pay really close attention to these 3 core principles, because they will show up. First, garbage in, garbage out, or GGO. A beautiful dashboard literally means nothing if the underlying data quality is terrible. If your ETL transformation logic is flawed, managers are going to make massive strategic errors based on bad data. Second, data security and role-based access. Not everyone gets to see all the reports. Access controls must strictly align with the segregation of duties. And third, the single source of truth. BI exists to eliminate conflicting numbers. We simply cannot have marketing reporting one revenue figure while accounting reports another. BI unifies the whole thing.
Section 5. CMA practice question walkthrough.
All right, you have the knowledge now. You know the pipeline, the analytics matrix, and those tricky internal control traps. Let's prove it. Here is a very typical scenario you might face on exam day. Read it with me.
an organization implements a business intelligence dashboard to monitor operational cost variances. So, what is the primary benefit?
Let's look at your options. Is it A, auto-executes machinery adjustments? B, drill down from variances to root causes? C, replaces internal accounting controls? Or D, guarantees accurate AI projections? Take a second. Think actively about that matrix and the control traps we literally just mapped out.
So the crucial point here is understanding the true boundaries of BI, which makes option B the correct answer. Diagnostic drill-down capabilities for root cause analysis, that is the absolute hallmark of BI. Let's break down why the others are classic traps. Option A describes operational automation, not BI. Option C is a massive red flag. BI relies on strong internal controls. It never, ever replaces them. And option D tries to trick you into thinking BI is predictive AI. Remember, BI reflects historical and current data, not guaranteed AI forecasts.
You guys did an awesome job walking through this material today. Just to summarize your key takeaways for exam day, BI turns raw data into insights using the ETL process and data warehousing. It focuses primarily on descriptive and diagnostic questions, and it utterly relies on strict internal controls. Before we wrap, I want to leave you with this final, kind of provocative thought to chew on. If your BI system gave you the absolute perfect strategic answer tomorrow, would your company's data governance actually let you trust it? Keep up the great momentum in your studies. I know for sure you've got this, and I'll see you in the next explainer.